Hey guys! Today I'm going to be working on a golden pearl funnel pour. To create this pearl cell explosion, I will be using 24K Gold Extreme Sheen by Deco Art as my base. This pouring method relies on paint consistencies and gravity rather than using silicone oil to create cells. For this pour, I have all of my paints mixed with straight Floetrol. When we talk about pearl cells in fluid art, we're referring to cells that float up from the bottom of a pour and start to slightly spread out once they reach the top. These cells are typically round in shape, hence the pearl name. The most important part of this pour is the consistency of your paint. I have my paints mixed fairly thick today. The paint mounds up slightly before disappearing back into itself. For a pearl pour, you want your base color to be slightly thinner than the rest of your colors. It doesn't have to be a huge difference, but the base does need to be more fluid than the colors you plan on dropping into it. I decided to use a funnel to drop the paint this time. For this type of pour, you want to be able to apply the paint from slightly above the base. The goal is to use gravity to sink the colors down into the base before spreading out. If you don't have a funnel handy, you can do a dirty cup pour or even a straight pour of each color down into the base. Basically, any method that you can hold the paint slightly above the base while pouring. So as an example, an open cup pour wouldn't work the same as a ring pour in this situation. You would get cells with an open cup, just not these cells. The first step is to pour your base into the center of your canvas. Adding it in the center will help later when you go to spread the paint over the edges. I like to hit the base with a torch before I add the rest of the colors, just to try and get rid of any pesky air bubbles. I just layer all of my colors into the funnel. How many layers you do will depend on the size of your canvas. I went ahead and added paint all the way to the top before releasing. I hold the funnel slightly above the base and then let gravity do its thing. The sudden rush of paint is dropping down into the gold base and then spreading out. Once you have all of your colors down, you will want to get all of your edges covered at around the same time. Try to only go over an edge one time. Once you have moved the paint over an edge and start towards the next one, don't go back. Keep moving the paint around the canvas. The pearls are going to start appearing immediately. If you move the paint back over a section that has already started forming, it will interrupt their progress and they may not come back as well. So try to move your paint into position as quickly as possible. Metallic paints work well as a base for pearl pours, but you can use any color that you would like. Make sure that your base is slightly thinner than other colors that you plan on using. If you make your base too thin, your pearl cells may completely take over the rest of the colors, so make sure it isn't too watery. Also, remember, you're working with gravity here, so use a pouring method that puts that into play. Pearl cells will start forming immediately, so getting your paint into place quickly is important. You can play around with your paint consistencies and the height at which you drop the paint to see how it may change your results. I really enjoy these pours. Like a lot of pouring methods, they are slightly unpredictable. If you happen to get your consistencies off, you may end up with more pearls than colors remaining on the canvas. Done right, they can add in brilliant bursts of colors around the edges of your pour design. So, will you be trying for pearls in your next paint pouring adventure? Comment below and let me know what colors you think would look fantastic in a pearl pour. I have a couple of more canvases with these colors, so don't forget to go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'm going to leave you guys with the rest of this video. I hope you enjoy. See you next time. Bye.